Hi guys, my name is Pratyusha and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, by thumbnail, you might have already known what we are going to talk about, and that is my productivity routine or my productivity hacks. Well, before getting into the video, I do want to tell you this though. If you're someone who knows me in personal life or who are friends with me, you might already know I'm a very lazy person, and that's true. I am lazy though. So it's almost like a very weird combination. I am very much lazy, but at the same time, I'm very productive. I mean, there wasn't a single day in my life, and this is something that I really take pride in, and I never met my deadline. Like, never. I never crossed a deadline. In fact, there are times when I finished the work way before the deadline. So, though I'm lazy, I am a little opposite or weird like that. I am a lazy workaholic. If I really have to put it into a word, I would say I'm a lazy workaholic. So, though they are polar opposites to each other, I am that. And I don't know, I might be the only one in the world too who is like this. So, the productivity hacks that I'm going to talk about, these are the things that actually helped a lazy person like me to always be on the game and always complete my tasks in a very timely manner or before the deadline. So, if you want to know more about this, just keep on watching. Okay, let's get into it. So, the first technique that I'm going to talk about is the Pomodoro technique. So, it's Pomodoro slash Animidoro. So, if you're someone who is not very familiar with Pomodoro, then I'll explain to you what Pomodoro is. It's basically, how should I say, a routine or a technique where you work on something for 20 to 25 minutes. I mean, you decide the time, is it 20 or 25? So, it's basically, technically, it's 25. So, you take a task and you work on it for 25 minutes, and then you take a 5 minute break, and then again you start your clock, and you again work for 25 minutes, but this time you keep increasing your break times. Like, first you took a 5 minute break, and now you will be taking a 10 minute break, and then after that 15. It just keeps increasing till you finish the task. Okay, now let's talk about Animidoro. Animidoro is also something very similar to this. The only difference is that in Animidoro you take anime break. So you work on a task for basically an hour, not 25 minutes, and then you take an anime break. Means you will watch one episode of your favorite anime. So basically that sums up to 25 minutes. And I know you guys are gonna be like, anime, come on, that's like a 30-minute episode. Yes, it is a 30-minute episode, but if you like literally cut the starting song and the ending song, it just come to 20 to 25. What do I do? What is it that I do differently? Okay, first, in Pomodoro you actually, like, literally uh, take a task that actually takes a lot of time. Okay, what I do is I do not cut the tasks into time. I actually you do it as tasks. Like, okay, now I'm really confusing you. Okay, the thing is, first, let's say I have 5 tasks to do in that day, okay, in my to-do list. So what I do is I first start in ascending order, like, depending on the time. Like, the first thing I know, I take a task that takes the minimum amount of time, and then something that takes more time than the first one. And then, it's almost like the last task will be the task that takes a lot of time for me to complete. So, what I do is I take a break after I complete a task, not a portion of the task, but after I complete a task. Like, for example, I have to write something, I have to write a content piece or something. So, what I do is, let's say it takes about 15 minutes or something for me to write. So I take the task, I write about that, or I finish the task for 15 minutes. I just complete it, and then I take a break that is equal to the amount of time I took to complete the task. Like 15 minutes, I've completed a task, so I'll take a break for 15 minutes. And then again, I take another task, and let's say the second task takes me about an hour to complete. So in that entire hour, I complete the task, and then I take a break for another hour, and then you know. Like in anime or I might watch two anime episodes, I might watch a K-drama episode, or I can just sleep. I don't know. I don't usually sleep though in between the tasks, but so what happens is if you take the original Pomodoro technique, you are literally working for 25 minutes straight, okay? And then you're just taking a 5-minute break. It just doesn't even feel like break. So, your mind will be like, okay, I'm working, and I'm working. And the break is like something that your mind will not consider. Your mind will be like, okay, I'm just continuously working. So, if you take a break that is equal to the amount of work you have done, your mind will be like, okay, fine, I took a break. It's almost like tricking your mind into believing you actually took a break so that it can re-energize. So you can actually go to the next task with much more enthusiasm and much more concentration. Yeah, the 5-minute break, the original Pomodoro technique is something that did not work for me. This is a technique that really worked for me. So, this is how I kind of converted it. And basically, it's not the time, but it's the task. I divide it by the task and not the time. So, it's not like, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to work for 30 minutes. What happens is when you do that, your brain is like, when will the 30 minutes be over? When will I have a break? It just keeps waiting for the 30 minutes, so you don't actually concentrate on your work. So if you like literally divide it as tasks, your mind will be like, okay, I need to complete the task. It doesn't care about the time. It's for your brain, it's almost like just the task. Just complete the task and then take a break. So in that way, what happens is you'll actually finish a task. You will give it complete attention, 100% concentration, and then you'll be like, fine, it's over. Your task will be over. You'll also get a break, and it's basically a win-and-win situation. The second one is music. So this is very popular though. A lot of people do that. It's not something new. But what I'm going to tell you is the type of music you need to listen. Basically, I will not at all suggest you to listen to music that has lyrics, like basically songs. You cannot work when you're actually listening to music that has lyrics, because you'll be like literally singing the song and not doing the work. So yeah, try to avoid that and try to listen to just music. Like there are so many acoustic playlists, piano, violin, whatever is your preferred instrument. Just listen to that music. I would suggest you to listen to only one type of music, especially if it is related to something like you're really okay. Let's again talk about. Oh my God, me being a copywriter is not helping. Anyhow, whenever I'm writing something, I'm researching it, I'm like I'm putting them into words, I'm like rewriting my sentences and everything. When I'm like really doing something that requires a lot of attention, a lot of concentration, I listen to only one type of music, like one type of playlist. That playlist, I will always use the same playlist whenever I'm doing something that requires a lot of concentration. So what happens is it's almost like telling your brain that this is a time when you're supposed to concentrate on work, and the music becomes like a trigger point for that. Whenever you listen to the music, your mind will be like a sign, okay, this music means I'm supposed to concentrate. It's subconsciously making your mind adapt to the music. And so what happens at that time, you don't even need to be like, okay, now I need to concentrate, I need to concentrate. You don't need to do any breathing exercises like, okay, now I'm supposed to concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. You don't have to tell your mind that. Just play the music, okay? Even when you really don't want to do the work, all you have to do is sit in a place and start playing the music. As soon as the music starts, your mind will be like, okay, I'm attentive, let's do the work. In this way, you will finish the task, and it also doesn't feel like task because you're actually listening to the music. It somehow makes your mind peaceful. So, having said that, now you are wondering what kind of music should I listen. I will link my favorite playlist down, and I have a playlist for everything. So I'll link all my playlists down in the description box. So do check them out. I don't know if they're very popular, but these are the playlists I like literally researched. Like I think for this I researched those playlist for 2 weeks. I was testing out various music, what I like, what I don't. And these are the playlists I really came across. Like I've finalized them and they work better for me. So I'm pretty sure they will work for you too. My favorite would be Beethoven music. I know that's very classy music and I love Beethoven though. Something now the third one is television in the background. So this is kind of a popular technique, and I know we just heard our parents tell us not to do this since a very young age. They're like, don't keep watching your TV and doing your homework. Don't do that. Just do at least one thing at one time. But it's actually a good thing. At first, I thought I was the only one doing this, but I've come across few people who actually do the same thing, and it actually works. Literally playing something. Television is something I'm using because that is kind of popular, and I'm pretty sure everyone has a television in their houses. So that's why I'm saying television. I only do this when I really don't want to work. Like, I really, really, really don't want to work, but I have to work. I have to finish the task because deadlines. So, what do you do? What do you do? You just switch on the television in the background and you start working. So, what's the benefit of it? It's again tricking your mind into believing it's not doing anything, but when it's actually doing something. The television is associated to our brain as something that is relaxing. Okay, so when your television is on in the background and you're actually watching it, your mind subconsciously believes like, okay, I'm not doing any work, I'm actually relaxing. But it's actually working, because you're actually, you have your laptop open in the front and you're actually working on the things. It's almost like your brain is fooling itself into believing it's not doing any work, but it's actually doing work. I'm also warning you guys, do not do this when you're doing something that requires a lot of concentration. Like if you're doing some research work, or if you're actually writing something, creating something. Times like this, or when you're preparing for your exams, or anything like that, things like this really do require 100% of your concentration. So when you're doing something like that, please don't have a television in the background. Please don't. Now for the fifth one, that is reading. So what is reading? How did I even come up with that line? Sorry guys, that was a very lame thing to say, but please bear with me, don't leave me. Please bear with me. So, reading. By reading, I mean taking actually a reading break. So, when I meant a reading break, I did not mean, like literally reading these non-fiction books. Okay, even non-fiction books require a lot of concentration, and that's not what I'm going for. I'm talking about reading fiction. It could be a book, or in my case, I kind of read comics. on my mobile, especially like mangas, mangas. They're like my babe, the stories are so cute. And, they have episodes, right? And episodes are literally very small. I wouldn't say they're very big or very small, but they're like, they have like the right amount of words in that, right amount of story, which is actually very good as a relaxant in between the task. Like I said, you can in the first one I told about taking an anime break, or taking a break that is almost equal to the amount of work I've done. So this is almost like the same thing, but instead of that, I'm taking a reading break. So I'll either be like, okay, I'll read for 30 minutes, or I'll be like, I'll read few chapters. And sometimes what happens is you really have that concentration, like you're like burning with productivity, energy, and you like, I don't need a break. But still, on the back of your mind, you hear a voice like, let's take a small break, like a little break, just let's 5 minutes, just 10 minutes. And at that time what happens is, oh my god, this fly. I'm sorry guys if you're actually seeing a fly. I'm unable to stop that. Okay. Sorry. Let's just go back to the thing, and let's ignore this fly. Okay. I think the fly will be my first subscriber. So again, reading. So at that time what happens is, I do want to relax, but I don't want to like completely relax, so that my mind is like, okay, let's keep relaxing till the end. But I do want to take a very short break, like a very little break. In the times like that, I actually read mangas or manhwas. So I'll be like, I'll read one chapter, or I'll be like, I'll read 5 chapters. So it's like I'm still productive, my energy is still high. At the same time, I've also taken a break, because reading is something that really takes away your mind from something completely. You like literally will be transported to another world. That's the best thing about reading. So what happens is, even though you're taking like a very little break, like literally 5 minute break, you feel energized, because in that 5 minutes you're completely in another world, a world that is completely different from reality. So your mind will be refreshed. It will be like, yes, I took a break. At the same time, it's not a very long break, and your productivity energy is not hindered. And yeah, it's again a win-win situation. So yeah, reading does help. So do that. The fifth and the last thing, that is eating. Yes, eating does increase your productivity. There is this saying, and it there is this saying is like literally in every language, if you ask me, literally. And that is, you never go to a war with an empty stomach. The same is in Telugu too. ప్రపంచం మీదకి ఖాళీ కడుపుతో ఎవరు వెళ్ళరు. So it's like literally the same thing. You don't go to war with empty stomach. If you're really hungry, you will not work. You cannot work. No matter how hard you try, you will be like, I'm concentrating, I'm like doing everything. You'll be like, you just keep forcing your mind. Like literally, it's almost like 2 plus 2 is 4, and we already know that. But when you're like 100% hungry, even the 2 plus 2, like coming to the point, like, getting the answer like 4 will take you an hour, because your mind is just not working, because it's only thinking about food. There is no energy. Concentration does take a lot of energy, even though it doesn't feel like it, because your brain is working. Okay, maybe your body is not, but your brain is. So you really need to eat. Please eat. Please take a break. Please take an eating break. And when you take a break, don't be like, don't keep working when you're eating. Don't do that. I know somehow this toxic productivity is something that is very much romanticized or glorified in the social media, saying, oh, I worked for 15 hours straight, or while working I did not eat for an entire day and I collapsed. And everyone is like, oh, if you're collapsed while working, it means that you are very productive. You are someone who works very hard. Somehow it is related to hard work. It's not. You don't have to do that. Stop glorifying that. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to be healthy and then be working. Literally, if you're like, see, the bad thing is you worked for an entire day, you didn't eat anything, and you're worked hard, and in the end of the day you collapse, then who is it going to like literally help the next? Because you have collapsed, the work that you could do the next day, you will not be able to do that because you are forced to take a rest for another 2 days. In fact, if you like actually work hard and work smart, like you're working hard, you took a break, you ate, you're healthy, then you'll be able to work for a long period of time, and with much more concentration, and it will even help you a lot in completing your task. Don't glorify it. Don't be like, my work is important than my food. No, it's not. Even if people around you be like, you need to finish this or something, it's okay. Take a break, eat, re-energize, and then go back to work. Do not work on empty stomach. And I'm telling you this because I did that mistake and I paid my price, and I've learned the lesson very hard way. That's the reason why I'm telling you this. Though even today, I still sometimes have the urge not to eat anything and just keep working. But still, I force myself to stop working and actually start eating because I know what will happen if I like literally give into that toxic productivity idea. I know the price that I will be paying later, and I do not want that. So, no. I know we have completed. I've talked about all the five hacks or the five things that really keep me on my toes and helps me finish all my work and meet my deadlines. But there is also this weird things, like two very weird things that make me productive. And you like after listening this, please do comment down below and tell me if you are like that, or if you have any weird things that actually make you productivity, what am I saying, productive. So the first thing, like the very 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 first thing, is sleep deprivation. I know. Just when I was talking about, eating and taking ample time, ample amounts of break or something, and here I'm saying, me being sleep deprived is what makes me productive. But it does, it really does. For example, I didn't sleep the entire night. And the next morning, I just start working. A part of me really wants to sleep because I did not get any sleep. But it is exactly at that moment I get so many creative ideas, and I'll be like, okay, I need to note them down. I need to note them down. And I have no idea. People will be like, we get our ideas when we are in bathroom or when we are in actually taking a shower. That never happened to me. I only get ideas when I'm like super sleep deprived. Okay, I'm literally exhausted. My mind is exhausted, my body is exhausted, there is no sleep, and I'll be like the amount of times, the way my brain works at that time is like really crazy for me. Like literally crazy. I'm like, what? This stupid fly, I'm telling you. Can't you see I'm recording a video here? Please, have some manners. See, it went away. So, where were we? Sleep deprived. Yeah, exactly. When I'm sleep deprived, I just become so productive. Like, why? Yeah. See, I told you I'm weird. I'm really weird. So please subscribe, okay? Just subscribe so that I know that I'm not I'm not the only one here. Okay, and that let's make being weird a new normal. Okay, let's do that. So, and the second weird thing that makes me productive is fever. Yes, fever. When I have high temperatures, when I'm suffering from a bad cold, I have like literally high temperatures, and my head hurts. I could barely open my eyes because of the cold. I can barely speak because of the cold. And during that time, suddenly, I'm like very productive. I'm like, okay, this is the time I need to work. When I'm supposed to take rest, no, no, I will not be taking rest. You know what I'll be doing? Sitting in front of my laptop and working. Like, what the hell is wrong with my mom? And will be shouting from a side like, take rest, sleep, don't open the laptop. And I'm here like, mom, you don't know I'm very productive now. And I just have to be productive when I'm suffering. Why? Other days when I'm like completely healthy, I'm like very strong, and then I'm like, do I really need to do this work? Let's take a break. And when I'm actually physically sick, that's when I'm like, okay, let's complete 100 tasks now. Am I the only one? Please, anyone. Any one of you, please just comment down below and just please tell me I'm not alone. Please tell me you're weird like me too. Or at least like this video and tell me that you have seen weird people like me and it's okay to be weird, okay? Because I'm like really questioning my entire existence because of this. Before ending this video, I do want to tell you guys something. I know that in this entire video I talked about productivity hacks, what I do, what I don't, and how to be productive or something. Everything related to that. Even the weirdest of the weird things. I know. But I do want to tell you this though. It's okay if you're not productive. I know this is like completely opposite and again completely contradicting like my personality. But it's true. It's okay if you don't want to be productive. It's okay if you want to take a break. It's okay if that break is a day long, a week long. Sorry, I just heard something. A month long. It's okay. It is really okay. Take a break. Don't push yourself to do something that you don't want to do, especially when your heart is not there. I have gone through that, and there were days when I bashed my own self for not being productive. I literally forced myself to do things that I did not want to do, and it did not help my situation. I did not give my 100% for the task, and so I was not happy, even though I've completed the task. And it just left me even more foul mood, and that just affected me mentally and psychologically very much. It took me a lot of time to come over it, or tell myself it's okay, or to forgive myself for not being productive. So I really hope you do that too. I know it's easy. We come to YouTube, we open channels, and we just see everyone around us being very productive, and people like me talking about what you need to do to be productive, what they do to be productive, and you just look at them and you be like, why can't I just be as productive as them? Why can't I just complete my tasks like them? Why am I like this? Why am I lying in my bed in my PJs watching this video in the middle of the night? I know I've been there. And even I hated myself for not being productive, but I'm telling you, you don't have to. Okay, I'm recording this video in a day where I'm actually very like bright. I'm productive today. This is a day where I'm over energized. That's the reason why I'm recording this video, and it's like great. I just feel great. But who knows, tomorrow I might be in your position. I might be in my PJs, in my, sleeping in my uh, bed, and watching all other productivity videos and thinking, why can't I be productive? So it's okay. There are days, good days, there are bad days, and all of those days are part of you and your journey. Okay, as much as your hard work and your productivity is a part of you, you taking a break or you feeling down or you not wanting to do things is also a part of you. So embrace them, embrace everything, embrace all the weird things that you are. And yes, take as much break as you need and as you want, so that you can actually come out of it. So on this note, let's end this video. Okay, I'm supposed to say please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. That's in. Let's click on that red button, right? And yeah, I did it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So let's do it again. Okay, let's do it again. This time in a much more professional way. Take two. Okay. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Stay tuned to that. Bye.